Hi, and thank you so much for popping by. My name is Bita Pobaluzwi. Feel free to call me Bui. I'm talking politics today, and that's largely because Botswana had a very historic moment in politics this past elections. We have a new president who's coming from the opposition parties, and that is President Duma Boko, or President Advocate Duma Boko, who comes from the umbrella of democratic change. And this is the first time in 58 years, or since independence in 1966, that the opposition parties have been able to dethrone the ruling Botswana Democratic Party. All right, so typically I don't talk politics on this channel. Yes, I do understand that social determinants of health, or determinants of health, the things that make our communities unhealthy, can actually be inclusive of things like politics, laws, right? So, but essentially, I try to avoid the conversation around politics because I want you to focus on the health messages that I intend to share on this channel. But as I said, it's been a historic moment in time. This is the first time that Botswana has changed or transferred power from the ruling Botswana Democratic Party to the Umbrella for Democratic Change, which is an opposition coalition. Something that really stood out for me during the inauguration ceremony is that on the broadcast of the ceremony, which was on Friday, today is Saturday, you could see on the titles of Botswana television, you could see on the titles of Mihi Online that the president wants to be called anything but His Excellency. The current president of Botswana wants to be called Mr. Duma Boko. This was the title that I saw on Botswana television. He wants to be called in a name that strips him away from being exclusive. I absolutely appreciate that position. I think as a strategy and as a sentiment, it does create the illusion that he wants this to be an inclusive presidency. He wants this to be a presidency where people feel free to share their thoughts. He wants to create the impression of being accessible to the people. He wants to create an impression of being open-minded and being part of this population, of being part of Botswana, even though he has been bestowed the title of president of Botswana. I think this is something that is not typical, particularly in context to leadership positions or presidents in Botswana who typically wanted to be addressed as His Excellency Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, His Excellency Lieutenant General Ian Khama, His Excellency Sekitumile Masire, His Excellency Dr. Festus Hontebanye Mogae. All the former presidents were addressed is His Excellency in Botswana, and Duma Boko is coming in to say, no, I'm good. I just want you to call me Mr. Duma Boko. If he's not His Excellency, if he is Mr. Duma Boko, it gives the impression of access. It gives an impression that, I am an accessible president. And it goes against the narratives of the former presidencies, where in some cases they were called the untouchables. So I think he's breaking a narrative from the previous administration. I think it's a good strategy overall, particularly if that is the intention of his presidency, to be an inclusive, participatory presidency. And in Tabakaulati, similar to the current president, Duma Boko, had a term that they affectionately called him by, which was the herd boy. He was called the herd boy in his party. And I think the sentiments were the same to what Mr. Duma Boko is doing now. These are all sentiments that go together with the idea of, we want you to be part of this leadership. We want you to feel free to share your thoughts. We want you to give us feedback. Don't be afraid of me. Let me know what you're thinking. I love the sentiment of these names, the herd boy, the nation's boy, I'm your boy. It's all good. I see where this is going. And I think as a strategy, it's very inclusive. It gives a very inclusive approach to his presidency, and I hope he doesn't forget these sentiments as he goes forward. All right, my friend, I hope you're having a lovely day where you are. But most importantly, I hope you're having a healthy day wherever you're watching me from. Bye.